forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Hell Ranger 1 vs 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challengers Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challengers Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I am back. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster today. And joining me, you already know, you've seen him in the first half, as this is the second half right now. It is aggressive caster and analyst. How are you feeling? Are you excited going into the next 3 games we have?
I'm really excited for this game at the very beginning stages. We can talk about the next 2 games after, but this is the match of Exceeli. It's been a long time coming, and they finished really high last series. And this series, I'm really hoping that they fine-tune themselves, especially with the new roster changes, with Missile being added into their roster. I'm hoping to see them just reach that top line and break through all of the barriers that they had on the last one.
Indeed. So the game that will be coming up as everyone is prepping to get that started, it is Exceeli Esports versus Eternal Alliance. So for Eternal Alliance, we haven't quite seen them, but they've made it up to the round of 64. So, you know, they've got through the first 2 rounds, and let's see what they if they have what it takes to take down Exceeli Esports. Now, they finished in the top 4 last series in Series 2. So, you know, you did mention that they're really strong and they have a new addition to the roster. This new addition, I think, there'll be a lot of pressure on him because the player that was replaced was Sami, and Sami was, you know, that guy that took a lot of the spotlight from Exceeli. So, you know, what do you think Exceeli Esports as a team they have to do to maintain their strength and try to bring themselves as far as where they've gone the last time around?
I'll be honest on that fact. Like, Sami last time was one of the driving forces for Exceeli, and this time around they can still maintain that top spot. Exceeli as a team had expert levels of coordination and teamwork coming out from every single player, and a lot of experience, especially with Zolo coming onto their side as well. Zolo being one of the biggest names of CS for Bangladesh coming forward, so he has a lot of experience, and hopefully that level of experience is also gonna come from Missile as well, because we also know that Missile was an ex-CSGO player, and he was really good at what he did back then as well. So a lot of experience coming into play, and hopefully this experience will drive them forward as they're going through every single match.
Indeed, you know, with Zolo and Ace to lead the team, both of them, they have so much experience in competitive FPS gaming. So hopefully they can steer Exceeli Esports into the right direction. As for Eternal Alliance, you know, this is your time to shine. Show us what you got, because if they do take this game, it's going to be a little bit of an upset. You know, we have nicknamed Exceeli Esports to be the pride of Bangladesh. They represent a region. You know, they kind of put their region on the map here in the Valorant scene. So that's really cool to see. And it seems like the players are ready. The game is ready. We can move straight on into the match. I didn't expect it to be this quick, because usually we have a few net problems, but not to worry. We will see Eternal Alliance on the defensive side and Exceeli Esports on attack here on Ascent.
It's going to be one of those huge matches right now. And of course, this is Exceeli's pride and favorite map right now, going into this immediately. So this is going to be one of those fun takes at the very least. Okay. Immediately we're going to see a Roomba coming out from Shadow. Will he be able to push up? No, he does not really push up. Has a shotty in hand. And Baksha is on the side, waiting it out. And Zolo takes the opening frag onto the stage right now, onto the back end. Is on the breach right now, flashing through market. And Raider does get flashed out. He picks it a bit too far. And Missile is not going to be able to find us with Outlaw. Outlaw being able to get the refrag, but that's a lot of damage being done onto his end. Outlaw does take out the turret, moving in onto the site right now. And Exceeli Esports is taking the site control. 4 versus 3 situation moving forward.
Wow, Outlaw making it big. You know, that was a little bit of a funny duo, but that's going to be the next kill that Outlaw picks up. And Nemesis chimes in, takes down Zolo, but Eternal Alliance down to just 2 members. And the spike has been planted successfully by Exceeli. Ace takes down Nemesis completely by surprise. And the last man standing is Hawkeye on this killjoy. Just going to remove that cam and make his way through. The audio cue is given. Ace, he's looking for that kill, but Hawkeye just gonna pull away, manages to dodge the paranoia, but is taken out with a headshot from Ace. Nicely done by Exceeli Esports, and an entrance that we kind of did expect. I do like that Outlaw is with Exceeli this time as well. We have seen Outlaw in one of the tournaments that we have organized, and he is pretty much quite an exceptional player. I mean, he did make it up to top 2 once before.
That's very much true, and Outlaw, he is one of the driving forces coming forward into this match, and it seems as though Missile and Outlaw are going to be the people that we're going to be looking at quite often to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. And with Exceeli taking this first round, they have the momentum, they have the pistol on their side, and they have the force bias. So let us see what we're going to be seeing from them. Solely as Mitchell does use the updraft right now, probably going to be catching out the Sage. And yes, he does catch it out, but it's very low right now. Fancy coming in from the side with his own kills as well. Nemesis takes down one, but Outlaw quick on that refrag, knows the position, knows the crosshair placement as well, taking him down right now with Fancy trying to get something done with the Classic. He's not going to be able to find it with Zolo taking down Shadow as well as Eternal Alliance are just dropping like pinballs right now. But this is Arena, and we all know how much of a snowball effect she can have, but Missile way quicker on those shots, takes him down, and Exceeli take round 2.
There's a really good round here. Outlaw managing to pick up those kills, but Badshah, I quite like this duel. He did manage to take down Fancy, but he was left alive, and not much to worry, you know, equal round for Eternal Alliance. The real test will be in the next round, and the fact that Ascent is, you know, I do feel it is a defense favored map. Eternal Alliance, if they do have a chance, the time is now in this first half. So, you know, they have the tools. One thing I would comment on is the Sage pick. You know, I kind of feel like for teams that haven't quite made it, or, you know, they haven't really won games, they always have a Sage, and it's almost like the curse of this particular agent. But this is Ultragear, and hopefully he proves me wrong as he's taking a peek. Barrier is up, but Outlaw's going to take him out, and this will be an infiltration onto the A site as the rotations come out from the side of defense. Fancy finds Badshah, and it's down to 2 members for the retake.
Tries to get something right there. Shadow does get the ding down to SR base, but that's not going to be enough, as this is just a Spectre versus a Vandal. One tap versus another one tap is not going to be able to find it, and just as I say it, Outlaw just cleans up house with a well-placed head onto the race right now, taking him down. Another convincing round win for Exceeli.
Really nicely done. The barrier is really useful on Sage, but, you know, I think Ultragear there had to just play it back a little bit. But Exceeli Esports, they are going to be a tough team to beat. They made their way very swiftly onto the A side, and they got the plant off. If you did keep an eye on the minimap, they're also very fast when it comes to getting into position and watching every single angle. So that is a plus point from Exceeli. And here's Fancy on the signature Cypher. Really good Sentinel for Exceeli Esports, very reliable, and he has stepped up. He has definitely taken the spotlight a little bit more in Series 2 compared to Series 1. So I'm excited for him to, you know, just get even better here in Series 3. But that's going to be Missile, taking out Shadow, and Eternal Alliance down to 3. But Nemesis finds one, but he falls. Fancy with the double kill. Just as he comes in, Ace getting the plant off, and it's all down to Badshah, last man standing.
Badshah's in a very bad position right now. Probably going to be finding Zolo if she does not check his corners properly right there. But it's still a 4v1 scenario, and very much possible if the Reyna plays her cards right. Empress is in hand. If he gets 1 kill right now, that is all that she is going to be needing. Reyna, being such a snowbally character, is probably going to find something, and the window is not really broken. So we have a lot of audio cues for the side of Team Exceeli to know that there are no last known positions. One call out, is that all that he is gonna be needing? Badshah's right next to Ace right now. Will he be able to find something is the real question. He's so close to the bomb. The window is being taken out. This is just a very bad situation, and now at this point, Badshah is trying to do some damage to Exceeli right now, but he's not gonna be able to find it. Does get 1 kill, but that is pretty much it. But Exceeli's economy is just gonna be looking pretty moving forward into this fight.
Indeed, and that was a tough one for Badshah, you know, 1v4 situation. But I think here is the problem where Eternal Alliance kind of has. They are in position, they come in with the rotate really quick, but they're losing these aim battles. And Nemesis there with the judge, he did take down one, but he couldn't take down the other. So, you know, Eternal Alliance, when it comes to going for these duels, these 1v1s, or stopping a full-on attack, they've got to be a little bit more calculated, and they have to pick good positions for peaks and whatnot, just not leave themselves so exposed. But we do see the smokes coming down. Exceeli Esports coming in hot on B.
Like, everyone is just playing every single Missile comes in from the side, and like a wrecking ball, taking 3 kills for his side. He is showing up for this match quite heavily. Not on the first few rounds, but he's gonna be able to fight it. But just as I say it, Hawkeye comes in with a collateral double headshot right there. Is able to take him down, but it's not going to be enough as Fancy comes up from the boathouse right there and just takes off the head of the Sage right there. And I would say one of the main issues right now is the Sage not really getting as much value, especially on defense right now.
Oh yeah, Sage. You know, it's almost like every team that we have watched that ran the Sage after the nerfs, it just didn't do anything for them. There are better options, I do feel, when it comes to filling up that role, especially since the release of Killjoy. You know, you even have Cypher, or you have other types of controllers like Brimstone, Omen. There's a lot to play around, but Eternal Alliance, other than the Sage pick, I do like their setup. It's not too bad, I feel. We just haven't quite seen them excel because Exceeli, they are just taking this game by storm. Badshah pops the Empress, throws out the Leer, not gonna quite connect, but he does get blinded from the breach, and Missile takes him out. It's down to 3 members. Exceeli Esports, they made a great break-in through mid, but Missile's gonna find the 3rd kill, and Fancy onto Nemesis, leaving Shadow the last man standing, and Fancy, 2nd kill for him. Headshots, 6 rounds for Exceeli Esports in the first half.
That is extremely well done from the side of Exceeli Esports. The smokes, the dashes. Look at this flash. Expertly executed flash, and Missile just uses that flash immediately, dashes in, gets a kill. Doesn't matter who's gonna be there. He's gonna get 1 kill. Even if he dies, nothing else matters. Fancy coming in from B main as well, taking expert level of map control away from Eternal Alliance right now. And they had nowhere to go, nowhere to move. And they just fell like bowling pins right there.
Indeed. And, you know, Zolo on the breach, we've seen him come in with this pick. And it's really good. You know, there seems to be a trend where, you know, when there are IGLs in a team, they seem to like breach, I think, perfectly because he's an initiator. We see the Rolling Thunder come out, and Oja is just gonna get hit. And, you know, that jump allowed Missile to spot him, takes him out. And the A side is left bare with members of Eternal Alliance just hanging out around the periphery. A Missile and Ace, they find the kills. Nemesis with the return. Outlaw just gonna throw on the Leer. Badshah is taken out. And that's gonna be Exceeli Esports. They used the breach out to perfection, I would say. They really utilized it because they timed it perfectly. Missile came in at the right time, and here he is. He did manage to find the kill. But Exceeli Esports, they just look really clean right now, and I do hope that they carry on this consistency throughout the entirety of this tournament.
That's very much true, and I have to give it to Ace and Missile just to set it up. 1 up high, 1 up low. Where are you going to look at? And look at the target prioritization. Ace shot at the Omen immediately, and he just looked away, and Missile shot at the Killjoy. So there was perfect synchronization between both of these players, and that is what you're going to be seeing from such a top-level team coming out on this tournament. And in Eternal Alliance, they're just kind of lost from their positioning side. They don't know where to move to Sage. And SR base, he just pulls an Omen diff on him. He's like, oh, hello there. I am Omen. I am going to kill you now. That is pretty much the only thing that we're going to be seeing. Oja trying to go in through the smoke right now. Knows that Solo's in the backline. Probably going to find something, but does get taken out by Outlaw coming in from the sidelines. That's all that she wrote right there, ladies and gentlemen, with Outlaw hunting down the last 2 remaining players. Does spot out Hawkeye, but Hawkeye comes out on top this time around. Solo taking out 1 more member away from Eternal Alliance. And this is going to be one of those fights. 45 HP and a dream. Will he be able to do it?
Hawkeye got pushed from defenses into attack. And 1v3, I'm not gonna, you know, put stressful expectations on Hawkeye, but let's see if he can go for the save and grab these kills by surprise. But the spray is not gonna connect. He had the advantage there, and Missile just dashes in, no fear at all. Takes out Hawkeye. But that's going to be 8 rounds strong for Exceeli Esports. And this round was over pretty quick. But, you know, we can see areas of improvement where Eternal Alliance can definitely look at and focus on. But, you know, being in the round of 64, we do see a lot of skill mismatches. And I think this is one of them. Hopefully, Eternal Alliance can take everything that they have learned here and definitely better themselves.
That's very much true. First of all, you need some proper Sentinel players on your team. That's one of the primary things I would have to say. Yes, the Sage and the Killjoy are very proper, but the Sage is not going to get a lot of value on a map like Ascent. Maybe. Oh my god, that is a really well done tailwind as well. Coming up from Missile, did not get enough time to get away, try to kill that boombot, but still he's able to use the tailwind to get out just as the boombot was just about to explode. Does not take any damage from it as well. Hawkeye trying to find something right now, but no one's really giving him a sightline. Does spot out Fancy's gun, but Hawkeye did not see it right there. He does not know that Fancy's sitting in the corner. He's still not going to be able to find it. He's just going to be waiting, but Missile comes in from the side. Does take the refrag on that end. Oja gets another one onto Missile, and Outlaw's just waiting it out. 2 versus 2 scenario. Who's going to come up on top? Take it away, Oppo.
Now Ace and Outlaw, it's a 2v2, and this is the closest that Eternal Alliance has gotten. So we can see a bit of improvement adjustment, but Outlaw will find Oja just stepping up, and I do know that Reyna is his favorite, his OG agent to go to, and he's just beautiful when he plays the Reyna. But that's going to be Ace making his way over to the A side with a successful plant, and I do think a smarter move will be to save the gun, but there it is. Outlaw finds Badshah to end it off. Nicely done. And Exceeli Esports is just inching their way closer to victory.
That's very much true, and this was expertly done. Look at the positioning coming out from them. Fancy on the back end, already someone to refract from the side. Missile watching the mid angle. Every single possible execution point is covered. Even the backside is covered by the Cypher tripwire, so no one can even flank them. This is the type of Valorant you need to see. Every single angle is covered. No angle is left unturned. And that is the level of play we should expect from Exceeli Esports. And they are playing in a very proper manner. Most teams at these round of 64s, if they find a skill mismatch, they're like hyper aggressive. They just dive in. They just play like, okay, I'm just gonna go and use my aim to kill everyone right now. But Exceeli Esports, they're playing it proper. They're playing it systematically, and that's the level of respect you at the very minimum need to see from teams of such caliber. And just as I say that, Shadow takes down one, and Badshah takes down SR Vase, and Hawkeye takes down Missile, and this has gone south very quickly for the side of Exceeli. But with Fancy coming up from the side, taking down Shadow, there's still a very good chance with the Cypher ultimate coming out as well. Bodies have been found right now, ladies and gentlemen. Another Killjoy ultimate, a Killjoy Molly has been used with Outlaw. Getting the picks right now, uses the dismiss, gets some information right now, finding another one. Fancy giving a lot of support right now to Outlaw. He's gonna be able to fight it, and just as I said, these two players clutch it out, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what Exceeli Esports does.
That was a beautiful round. Fancy dropping that neural theft and just spotting out all the members, and he comes to back Outlaw up. It's just so good to see Outlaw fitting so nicely with Exceeli Esports, and there it is. Outlaw couldn't quite get the kill, but Fancy just lurking in market. Sprays across, and the cherry on top, Outlaw getting the last kill.
That's very much true.
Double digits for Exceeli Esports here.
That is very much true, coming out, moving forward, and just as I say that Badshah does get a kill on the goal right now. This is probably gonna be an issue with SR Vase is already there, and it seems as though Missile is just cleaning up house right now. You look at that man, that man has zero fear. He's just dashing off left, right, and center with headshots galore. He is giving Sami's name on this team a run for his money right now, moving forward onto these fights. With this jet plays coming out super hyper aggressive, he has no fear whatsoever. And another headshot coming onto Hawkeye. Well placed headshot coming out from Missile. Good plays from
Last
this
round before the half.
What was that? Oh my goodness, Missile! That was nuts! It looked like, you know, the shots weren't going to connect, especially this one, and it did. And then that last one, the fourth one, Hawkeye, the unfortunate last member alive, Missile just takes a look, and I believe it was just a one-tap.
Yes, that was just a one tap. He just shot one dagger and he's like, oh, I see a head. I go like ping. And the head is just gone right there. And that is the level of play that you need to see. Body block. He's probably shouting. He's probably shouting at Outlaw, being like, "Get out of my way, Reyna! I don't want this." And this is gonna be a hyper aggressive mid control coming out from Team Alliance right now. Will they be able to find a pick? Is the real question. Missile does get that first initial takeoff onto the side. Does spot Nemesis, does spot on Missile, but the shots do not connect right now. But from the back end, Oja is able to take down Missile finally. But Outlaw immediate on that
Switching
retry, just
sides.
flicks around.
Match
And
point.
gets a one tap onto Oja.
You know, I like how Exceeli Esports took every single round very seriously, because in the midst of all of that action happening in the mid courtyard, we could see Fancy just on the B side going for the plant. So, you know, they're not just going for the kills, they're still doing the objectives of the game. And I think that Exceeli Esports, you know, taking every game very seriously is really good sportsmanship, I feel. So Exceeli Esports here, 12 rounds, one more to victory. And Eternal Alliance, they haven't got a single round for themselves. So now it is the pistol round, attacking time for Eternal Alliance and Exceeli Esports in defense.
That's very much true right now. And Exceeli on defense, it's one of those things that I don't think that even Eternal can break through, unless you have a breach, of course, as we have seen from Series 2 right now. It's going to be one of those fights. They're trying to find something, but an expert mind coming out from Ace right there. And with Outlaw coming in from the side as well on short, getting 2 taps on the side. Then Nemesis is able to take down Ace right there, but with Zolo taking another one, Outlaw does get taken out by Shadow, but immediately Fancy comes in from heaven, taking him down, and Nemesis being the only one remaining. 1 versus 3 scenario on match point. He needs to try this. He needs to find something right now. 1 minute on the clock. He has a lot of time to move around this map. Try to go onto the B side. Try and find a pick right now. But this seems dark for Eternal Alliance.
Indeed, just down to Nemesis on the Brimstone with the spike. Might come into contact with Zolo pretty soon. 40 seconds on the clock. You know, he does have time to play this slow, but it'd be massive if he does pull off a 1v3 clutch. I do feel like Zolo is going to spot him out, and that is the
Defenders
wrap up.
win.
Exceeli Esports, they make it over to the round of 32.
Not really much of a surprise, considering it is Exceeli after all, but good try from Eternal Alliance. The first thing I would say is proper eco rounds. We didn't really see a lot of proper eco rounds coming out from Eternal Alliance. We saw a lot of Force Buys, a lot of Spectres, and a good amount of Ares, I would say, coming out on a lot of these fights. And first of all, Sage pick really does not work out, especially in the current patch, unless you're David P. David P does not even play Sage anymore. He's playing a Sage duelist with the wall boost coming out on left, right, and center. All those plays need to come into consideration as we're moving forward.
Indeed, you know, there were definitely a lot of areas where Eternal Alliance could improve, but hey, tournaments like these, the Challenger Series, they provide an opportunity for up-and-coming teams to kind of get a taste of what competitive is and hopefully try their hand at getting to the top. Not this time for Eternal Alliance, but let's move on over into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by 4000 Series Ryzen Processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. And we'll talk a little bit more about what went down. So, you know, we know pretty much for Eternal Alliance, it's not their time, but I do believe that there were many valuable things that they could learn from, especially, you know, watching the stream, the replays, that's going to aid them in their growth. So we do wish them all the best. And as for Exceeli Esports, a spectacular performance. It was a clean sweep, 13-0. They did not drop the ball at all. They had their head in the game, and they were determined to make sure that every objective was carried out. Every round, they would get the spike planted. They would look for ways to get the spike planted. I remember they was down to a 2v2, and it was Ace and Outlaw. They still moved as if, you know, like everything mattered and it was down to the line. They played that perfectly.
Of course, and that is the type of plays that you expect from Exceeli Esports. And these players just look at each other's back. You cannot tell me one single moment where one of the Exceeli players didn't have someone to refrag or someone to back them up. Like, you can lose gunfights. Losing gunfights is not really a bad thing at all. You can lose a lot of your gunfights, but at least you have your teammates. You need to make sure you set up your own teammates, even if you lose a gunfight. And these are what players of these calibers do.
And not to worry, it seems like there was a little bit of a technical difficulty there for Aggressive, but we will continue. And I do believe the point that Aggressive wanted to make was, you know, if you lose your gun battles, that's completely fine. What you have to do is work around the teamwork. And, you know, the example that we did see was Exceeli Esports having each other's back. You know, Fancy, he was watching Outlaw, and the controllers like Ace and Fancy, they were very quick to just be sure to cover their teammates' backs, you know. So Exceeli Esports, their coordination, it's definitely up there. And I do believe Aggressive is back. Welcome back.
Yes, sorry about that. That was just uncalled for. That was just uncalled for. I was like, what the hell is that? I nearly had a heart attack. But yeah, Exceeli move on to the round of 32. Not really a surprise moving forward in this match. So let's go forward.
Indeed, congratulations once again to Exceeli Esports for making it over to the round of 32. And now we will be prepping for game number 2. And that will be Getting Good versus Team Tamilas. So that is something that you would want to stick around for. Remember to like and subscribe and click that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live. We will be streaming the entire course of this tournament. This is the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. So stick around. We'll be back very shortly with Getting Good versus Team Tamilas.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young,
Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Guys, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with Act as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm CA, back with Cap for yet another exciting game. Cap, how are you?
Really good. Great to be back in the action this time early on, to see how these, teams are going to fare in their way to the finals here in Challenger Series 3. And of course, super excited. Big up prize pool, more exciting. And of course, the fact that we're going to be crowning a new champion. And today we get to look at one of the strongest contenders we have in Challenger Series 3. You guys know the name already, Team Tamilas. CA, how are they looking so far?
So we just saw Exceeli Esports last game, and they were the 4th place team from Series 2, and they went 13-0. It's not too far. Team Tamilas, they were the 5th place team in Series 2, and as you said, they've just looked to ramp through this series, looking to get to that bigger prize pool, looking to crown themselves champion. They look really good so far. Like, only in the previous round, they beat one of our best teams in level 5, and they beat them pretty convincingly. So I'm looking forward to what this TT lineup has done in terms of team progress, because the amount of progress they made from Series 1 to Series 2 was immense.
Absolutely. It's about coming back, learning from your mistakes, fixing the problems, and it's not just learning, right? A lot of teams, we've seen them actually make changes to their roster, to strengthen them and to come back as real contenders. And I think Team Tamilas are definitely are looking very good, and their opponents today, I think, getting good. Newcomers to the scene.
So we've not really seen getting good as much, but as their name says, I think a team that's just looking to take in the experience of the competitive ecosystem, learn what they can from others, and just get good. Because they've clearly shown that they have the potential and caliber. In doing so, they're already in the round of 64, right? So I feel like any team that has crossed 2 rounds so far definitely is worth a look at. But at the same time, Team Tamilas, they're a juggernaut. They're one of the title contenders, so this is going to be a really interesting match to watch.
Definitely. Anytime you go up against Team Tamilas, it's going to be a tricky one. And this early on, before the double elimination kicks in, it's always going to be a bit of an extra challenge here. Let's get first things started here with the first map here.
Team Tamilas right off the bat looking so strong. Flex with 2, Flex with his 3rd. Flex hasn't lost a beat from when we last saw him in Series 2. Still on point now. The shock dart will hit, but 1v Flights take down 1. Dashes away just to smack bang into the wall and get taken down by Jin, who, if I may mention, is actually a substitute for Team Tamilas today. I was gonna say maybe the fact that they have a substitute could end up hurting them, but clearly not.
Yeah, they've they've seemed to have done their homework in terms of preparing with the full squad, being ready for a situation where their substitute has to come in, and it's very important, right? It's surprising actually. Not too many teams use the substitute facility. The tournament roster allows for up to 7 players, and very few teams, including the top teams, have actually tried with a larger roster. And here we've got Kaminadi going in with the shot. He doesn't manage to line anything, but Rafa and Flex pick up that double kill. The paranoia coming out as Flex is gonna dash away, but Kaminadi is gonna finally find him as Jin is gonna go up close, but gets taken down with shot number 1.
Player standing.
Zoid left with the Omen to try to take him down. Zoid through the portal gets him out, and that will be Team Tamilas taking down that round. We'll take a quick look at the scorecard because I think Flex, he did choose to save, but I'm not sure if the rest of the members choose to save. So if you look at the loadouts for Team Tamilas, it's not going to be full buys across. For the side of getting good, they are going for like semi-buys. Basically, we have like 2 Vandals, 2 Spectres, so it's going to be really interesting what they're able to do coming in here.
And it's also an expensive anti-eco round, right? You see a lot of kills coming out. I think 3 on the side of getting good there. As Kamnari's gonna get in first blood onto Flex, gives them a bit of an advantage going in. It seems like they are getting backstabbed here by the Phoenix. He's gonna be finding some easy pickings here. A lot depends on Zoid. Zoid's gonna find one that is the Sage down. The flash comes in, doesn't find anybody, backs off as he's leveled up things, but done a lot of damage on the Omen, and the Jet is also low as well. Jet is mostly in on B. Raze is gonna get taken down. Zoid with a double kill there. Hot hands coming out. He's gonna try and deny some of that area. Go and get healed and take down Kaminadi for the triple kill. Is he gonna make it a quad here? Does back off. So Trump number 1 is still in that safe spot. He's gonna run into Stoner, and Stoner's gonna be quick to the trigger. And it is just wannabe Flights who is roaming around all by himself. And that's going to
30
come
seconds left.
nothing as we're looking at a 3-0 start for Team Tamilas.
Yeah, that round is especially important because, as you mentioned, last round was quite damaging to their economy. They didn't have full buys this round. Now wannabe Flights able to get another kill onto Zoid, will be able to pick up the Phantom for himself. But with just 12 seconds left, there's not
10
much
seconds left.
to do in terms of trying to clutch this. It's going to be basically impossible to get the kills and definitely not possible to plant the spike now. So looking for a couple kills. Instead, Jin with that shock dart knows exactly where he is, takes him down. But yeah, as you mentioned, last round was a damaging eco for them. So winning this round especially important. Not just in terms of economy, but also in terms of tempo. We know how good Team Tamilas can get once they get the tempo going, and 3-0 is a hell of a start.
Yeah, and it's very important mentally also to not give up sloppy rounds in the beginning. Looking at that scoreboard, pretty even all round. 5-4, 3-2, 1 contribution coming out from the members of Team Tamilas on this defensive side. Getting good, they're going to have to really step it up. This is probably a round they're not going to be able to make too much off, but they have force bot, so this is kind of do or die. Flex is gonna get that perfect peek over the smoke. Zoid's gonna rush in and find a second as Kaminadi gets caught out without any cover. There's 2 kills on the board for Team Tamilas, and getting good are looking like they're in trouble early on in this first half. 3-0, Tamilas looking very comfortable and looking like they're going to outclass getting good for the most part. Zoid going in for the chase. He has heard the raise. Gonna take down Brexon. And it seems like against all odds, getting good have actually gotten onto site. But no, the spike carrier got killed before the plant went down. Rafa with a beautiful shot there as Zoid rushes in for the cleanup. 4-0, Team Tamilas. Nice try that by getting good. CF, they snuck around while the rest of their team were being hunted. And, hopefully this slightly sloppy aggression and carelessness from Tamilas will not come back to hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, so getting good, I think we're seeing a lot of potential in terms of the fact that they understand strategies and they know how to execute them in a macro principle. But as you said, Team Tamilas right now just outclassing them in terms of straight up mechanical display. Zoid 8 and 1 just popping off, one of the top players for Team Tamilas from Series 2. Now, once again, you see Zoid pushing in aggressively. He's going to end up finding Sierra now, but at least Sierra taking him down. Now, advantage for getting good right here. The Hunter's Fury comes out from Jin though, nullifies that advantage right up, takes down BRX. Team Tamilas 4, getting good 4, and it's getting good who have a low member should be able to get healed up by the Sage. But getting good, like as you mentioned, like they have good macro. They understand the fact that they need to keep rotating. They can't get stuck in one place. But right now, Team Tamilas, they just seem like they have the tempo in their hands and they're confident, and it shows in their gun duels.
Absolutely. It's also very interesting at this point to note as Kaminari gets a kill and they're rotating towards a heavy commit coming in. Getting Good's actually one of the few teams still running a Sage. Right, whether that's going to help them or hurt them in the long run is what we're going to find out in a little while. But that's something that's moved out of the meta, at least for most of the top teams. They're going for the extra aggression. And look at this Omen, beautiful teleport coming in behind. He's going to find the Sova, but he misses the spray. Oh my god! Jin turns around, he's going to take down Kaminari. He's going to get the triple there with the spray down on the Reyna as well. And now he knows where the next two are. Oh, he's getting pushed from bathrooms as well. Not going to be able to turn in time as one of B flights is going to get the kill. All down to Rafa. If there's a man in this team who can get this 1v3 clutch, it's probably him. Ooh, look at that position the Rays got into, but the crossfire comes in as Getting Good are gonna get the first round on the board against all odds, despite the best efforts of Team Tamilas.
Yeah, so I think if I just forget the Omen missing the easy shots at the Jin turn towards his back, that was a brilliant round for Getting Good. They executed everything perfectly. They A-push with the wall and then positioning themselves in a way that Raze on top of the box is backed up by Jet towards the lamps. Showcasing, like, we don't get to see this from a lot of teams in the earlier stages of the tournament. They don't understand post-plant positions as well, and they end up being distributed. But now Flex going through that TP, using it effectively with the dash to get himself just surprise Sierra in his face and get that kill. Stoner with another, and it's a two-man advantage for Getting Good. For Team Tamilas. Team Tamilas kind of angry they even dropped a round and looking to pull it back here.
Yeah, again, the backstab coming in from Zoid, trying to get them off guard. They are trying to level up the numbers here, Getting Good. However, we don't see them doing too much to take the initiative as Rafa's gonna get a double spray down. And the Reyna's left all alone. Pops the Empress, gonna find one. And is it gonna be enough to find the second kill? The animation takes a bit too long, facing the wrong way. And Jin is going to end it right there. 5-1, Team Tamilas.
Looking just perfectly strong, right? So I think for me, the way Team Tamilas hold down A side, like instant rotation, all of them right here to be able to answer this push from Getting Good, like, and then pushing out aggressively together is what makes them such a good team. In whenever we've seen them before, one of my favorite factors about them has been like just this sort of innate synergy within the team that we're getting to see a lot of. For Getting Good though, it's, as you mentioned, the Sage, it can be a bit of a crutch or a like extremely beneficial in surprise factor. But Zoid now with the flash will get one, will flash another, get taken down by Sierra though, make it 4v4. Getting Good trying to switch up the strategies, went to his B, but now Sierra will be caught out by Flex. Flex on the backstab takes one down, forces Getting Good into a narrow position. This will be extremely difficult to hold. Rafa takes one down, going into hookah, and Team Tamila just swarming over Getting Good right now.
Yeah, Getting Good, they seem to be a little slow on the initiate. They're letting Team Tamilas push out. And as attackers, you need to be holding the angles to make sure that, of course, you're pushing carefully, but also you're not giving an opportunity to the defenders to come out, catch you and your teammates while you're setting up to get the backstab. And that's where we've seen somebody like Zoid come out and really be effective in this situation. And I think that's where Getting Good really needs to sort of halt this bleeding at this point. And look at this, another push coming in. Zoid's gonna find one. Are they gonna check the right side? No, that's gonna be the double spray down there as the Rays are gonna find a kill. Nade comes out. Good amount of damage done onto Zoid. Zoid's gonna pop a flash, go right in. That's gonna be two of them, and they're gonna come out on top. But Stoner with the triple kill onto Sierra and Brexen. And that is a solid aggressive round again coming in from Team Tamilas. They are just not letting Getting Good. That just sounds weird to say. Get a foothold in this match.
Yeah, definitely. It's because for Getting Good, as you mentioned, initiative a little bit slow and not covering every angle. So if you're not taking the initiative, you ideally want to stall in a position, making sure you're covering every possible angle. You want to let the defenders over-aggress and catch them out. Playing for picks, that's completely understandable, but not doing that or pushing in, definitely leaving them stuck in the middle of just not a great situation. Now Zoid finds a kill onto Sierra. Stoner's setting up a really interesting cage. Should work out really well if someone chooses to aggress here. Sets up the cam in the cubby too. Just will be looking to play defensively. Trump number 1 though returns a kill onto Flex. Getting Good now, choosing to commit towards A side. And Zoid once again on the flank could just end up meaning the death of them.
Yeah, Zoid's and what's interesting is, or rather a little disappointing, that they haven't still figured out that the Zoid is doing this time and again. It's been every round without fail that Zoid's come in. And look at that again, another triple kill coming in from Zoid from the backstab, and I think he's gonna be definitely in line for that MVP this round.
Definitely. I mean, 14 and 5 already, just flexing himself all over Getting Good. One thing really interesting to notice on the mention of Flex is that Odin. I think Team Tamilas is starting to just enjoy themselves a little bit now. We don't really get to see Flex of all players on the Odin. He usually prefers like the Vandals and the Operators. But Team Tamilas perhaps just getting very confident in their gameplay and just flowing very easily now. So we'll have to see if Getting Good can answer back. But Zoid changing up his aggression now, moving down B long, finds some tags, will not get the kill though. Rafa throwing out the Paranoia to go in, will get taken down by BRX. Kaminari on the other side going down. This is a mid battle. Stoner finds 3 and Flex with that Odin will just be like, I was here to watch.
This is insane stuff coming in from Tamilas, but they also need to, remember that these early rounds are just as important for working out some of those, strategies and plays to make sure they're on point once they, find a slightly higher tiered opponent in the next couple of rounds. Because if they get a bit too used to this, it can spell disaster for them in the next round of the event.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've seen this from former champions and top teams in the sense that they always play a similar way. But now Stoner playing a very aggressive one and off angle, takes down wannabe flights, gets a return kill by BRX though. Semi-buy round for Getting Good. Flex with that Blade Storm through the hot hands, finds a kill, will not get the other. BRX taking him down with the showstopper. The run it back from Zoid, didn't find any kill, was able to get a ton of information. Team Tamilas down a man right now. Getting Good looking to fight back in the last few rounds of this half.
Yeah, Getting Good realize, hey, they've left it just a little bit too late. They do need to put some rounds on the board. Jin trying to make sure that he's giving them every opportunity, Team Tamilas every opportunity to stay in this, make it as easy as possible. Turns it back into 2v1 as the Reyna is left all alone without the spike and only a pistol. Not looking good for Getting Good. They were in a decent situation when they had the man advantage, and I think that these little things that they have to sort of
30 seconds
identify
left.
and work on so that they can learn from this and come back stronger in Series 4, because right now there's only one conclusion I can see for this match, and that is Team Tamilas going into the round of 32.
Last round in the half.
The way it's going, it definitely feels like the round is just drawing to an end for getting good. But having said that, their name is exactly that, right? They're looking to get good. I think of all teams, we can trust that team to go back and come back, because like we've seen how much progress teams can make in like so many examples, like Team Tamilas, Exceeli Esports, recently even Level 5. Just the number of teams who weren't top teams to begin with then became top teams. That should inspire other teams to just look to keep trying and be dedicated, and you will get there. But right now, Rafa, aggressive through mid, finding 2 kills. Sierra going down, as well as Trump number 1, who means the spike carrier is down and an advantage for Team Tamilas. Last round of this half, Rafa is just tired of not being on a duelist. Gets 3 kills, gets the 4th. Rafa looking for an ace, but Jin, oh no, Jin denies him the ace, and that will be Team Tamilas taking it 11-1.
That is a rock solid first half, from Team Tamilas. Near perfect performance. Getting good. I think they've had a few good rounds they can certainly look back on, and that little bit of lack of discipline, lack of concentration, a few silly mistakes, right? I wouldn't say bad decisions. Few minor things they can tweak and certainly turn something like an 11-1 into a slightly more respectable, 8-4 or 7-5 with just a bit of hard work, right? Because they're not getting completely, annihilated in these deals. They are getting their pickoffs. It's just that, they need to set up the trades, the crossfires, and to use their abilities here. Look at that. Sierra with a bit of a sloppy play there. No need for that again. Right, Jin is going to find wannabe fights as well, as it turns into a 5v3. Zoid's going to come in, get another. That is a 4v2 now, as Team Tamilas trying to get quickly on to match point.
Raminari with the shorty though, taking one down. Gets taken down in return by Stoner. 3v1 right now for Team Tamilas. Team Tamilas looking to move to match point. It's just BRX Zen with the Hive Mind shorty looking to get into the minds of Team Tamilas and somehow pull off this insane 1v3. BRX Zen instead will just get caught out through the hall, get taken down by Zoid for his triple, and 12-1 to Team Tamilas. Team Tamilas just looking absolutely dominant, and I definitely agree about your point. I think getting good, like the scoreline does not tell us the story of the actual games and the rounds, because getting good, they've been much closer in terms of little mechanical display to Team Tamilas than one could normally expect. So they just, perhaps nerves, because coming into such a big competition, fighting against such a top team, nerves can get to newer players. So I hope getting good, they just go back, recollect themselves, and try to fix whatever happened today, because I think we can expect better from this team.
Definitely, and it's nothing to be disheartened by. These are, Team Tamilas are one of the top 5 teams in the country. That went from being a team of streamers and content creators to actual top tier players. So it's nothing to be disheartened about. And oh my god, Flex is going ham there with the judge. Last person standing. Jin's gonna take him down, as that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Team Tamilas 13, Getting Good 1. Solid, aggressive performance there, Team Tamilas, showing us that they mean business. However, my takeaway from this would be that it's not going to be as easy or as comfortable for Team Tamilas moving forward. And I would have loved to see, the new, improved, slightly more tactical and capable Team Tamilas. Zoid, with those backstabs coming in super handy. 376 ACS there, super performance coming in from him. He's going to move up the MVP leaderboard for sure. We've got the new revamped MVP awards here, powered by Lenovo Legion, so they're going to get a whole bunch of accessories. So definitely exciting for him to be on that leaderboard moving up right now. But Getting Good, definitely a lot of work to do, but should not be disheartened, guys. There's 2 more series of the event, and there will be many more in the future. And the idea is to use this as a learning opportunity. Speaking of which, let us take a look at Relive the Moments here.
Yeah, Relive the Moment brought to you by Lenovo Notebook. powered by AMD Ryzen 4000 series processors, the perfect laptop for gaming and multitasking. And talking about the match in itself, right, Team Tamilas, I definitely agree. I think we could have seen a cleaner match for them. But having said that, it's Team Tamilas. Like, this team feeds off of raw emotion and support that they get from the community. They're the comeback kings because of the fact that once they get going, they just get going. So I definitely agree. I think as they get better and better as a team, as they look to make their mark at the toppest of top tiers, like in the grand finals, look to crown themselves champions, a little cleaner would be nice. But I can't forgive them because they are like that team who just sort of shows up exactly when it's necessary. Getting good though, I really hope we get to see this team in Series 4 because, as you mentioned, there's enough time for multiple teams to pick up the slack that they might have faced in one series, learn from it, and become the best. So it'll be interesting to watch this team again. For Team Tamilas going forward, that's going to be a sight to watch.
Definitely, they're looking good. They're looking improved. The players individually. Again, it wasn't too much of a contest this time, but you could see at least how some of them approached the aggressive pushes, the backstabs, and I'm sure we're gonna get to see a bit more of that as the tournament progresses, because that's been a trend with some of the top tier teams to be aggressive on defense, right? Not to just wait around and give the attackers the opportunity to dictate the play, because once you take away that, you're taking away that that sense of control they have on the round, and you are forcing them onto a site of your choosing or to expend abilities that they might not be ready for. And we've seen our reigning champions Velocity do that extremely well on their way to two back-to-back titles. Of course, they're not there this tournament, so teams like Tamilas are going to be licking their lips to finally get their hands on that crown, and I think on the way they will show us that they do truly deserve it.
This can definitely be considered as top contenders for the crown in itself. But I think what's really interesting too is because, as you mentioned, right, you have to, as a team, look to push a team like Team Tamilas into these unexpected situations and try to find these random moments where Team Tamilas is not really prepared for it and you're able to take them by surprise. I think the similar concept holds for Team Rosses. Today we saw Jin take the place of Tag, and the fact that Team Tamilas as an organization preparing a full-on squad to take on the TEC Challenger Series, I think looks really promising for Team Tamilas going into the future. It just shows their effort and dedication into competitive Valorant, and I really like to see that.
Definitely, and getting good. We hope to see you guys again. Valiant effort, but in vain, as Team Tamilas folks are going to be progressing into the round of 32. We're going to take a quick break before we come back with the last match of the day, featuring another contender for the title. You know them. That we're definitely going to see them in the top 4. They are none other than Global Esports. We're going to take a quick break, guys, and we will be back with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD Ryzen.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're
aimed at the earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with Act as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm CA, back with Cap for our last, but definitely not the least, game of the day with Global Esports. How are you doing, Cap?
Really looking forward to this. You know, we saw one of the top contenders, Dame Tamilas, put on a really dominant display early on, and now it is time for Global Esports. They're up against 5 Musketeers, another relatively new team. So it's going to be interesting to see, Global Esports. If you guys have been, of course, following the news and the happenings in the world of Indian Valorant, you would have seen that Global Esports just went through a roster shuffle as well, right? So we're going to be seeing a few new names here, and it's going to be interesting to see, how that affects their team composition, their performance, and how they just overall cope with certain situations in the game.
Yeah, definitely. And on that note, like, two of those new names is what we have to talk about, right? The first one, like someone, a lot of the community was expecting even, was SK Rossi, because I actually had a chance to talk to him, and the way SK Rossi and skills sort of synergize is something that he was very passionate about. It's really nice to see that sort of synergy get built in within a team, especially a team where skills, he impressed the hell out of all of us in Series 2. But on the other hand, you have a sort of surprise inclusion, or rather unexpected inclusion in Blackhawk. It's really interesting to see how he's going to end up fitting in a team. So it's like weighing between really expected like improvement and an unexpected sort of inclusion. It can be an extremely immense sort of difference, or it could be the downside, because Global, they're looking to be the champions this time.
Yeah, definitely. Folks, as you've probably been following, With Series 3, not only do we have a larger prize pool, it is time to crown a new champion because our reigning two-time champions, Velocity Gaming, have not returned as they are in the process of shifting their boot camp. So, it is up for grabs. And, it could seem like a perfect opportunity for a team to really, get up in the limelight and say, hey, we deserve to be counted amongst the contenders as well.
Yeah, perfect opportunity, not just in terms of the little chance with no champions in the picture, but also given the fact that it's a bigger prize pool. Like,
Yeah.
you definitely want the extra money. It's just the perfect timing for any new team to come up. But I believe you're facing a small technical issue with one of the players. So we'll be right back as we work to fix that, and then we'll get with you right into the action. We'll see what Global Esports is able to do. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the action between Global Esports and 5 Musketeers in the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. Now, Global Esports and 5 Musketeers, taking a look at the comms, I see the Sage make a return. Wasn't a big fan of it even in the previous match. What do you feel about that? Do you think 5 Musketeers can make it work?
It's gonna be interesting to see. We saw the underdogs in the last match try it. It didn't work out, and I think it seems to be something that is directly related to the skill gap. You don't see higher tier players running the Sage anymore, right?
Yeah.
However, relatively newer players or players who might not have as much to go on in terms of raw aim. Look at this backstab coming out. Beautiful stuff. SK Rossi with a double kill to open his account for this time. Kraken's going to try and make a dash for the teleporter. Not going to make it, as the 5 Musketeers are going to actually make it to A site and get off a plant against all odds. SK Rossi is going to get the third. Is he going to be allowed the fourth? No, as Worms is going to find him, but there is just way too much coming his way, as Kappa is going to take him down. And Global Esports, great start, but somehow they allowed a plant. Not something that they will look too kindly upon. A more skilled team will definitely punish them for giving up the site like that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if giving up the site when you're on the defense means that you not only do you use territory within the site, but you also lose the opportunity to have favorable angles when the team with the spike is able to set up post-plant positions. Having said that though, Global Esports, they're going to be happy with the fact that they're starting with a win, and it's going to be about 5 Musketeers looking to pull back as much as possible because they are on the attacking half, buying generally a little favor towards the defensive half. But what I'm looking at, Cap, is that Judge and SK Rossi, because the last time we saw him on stream, he was popping man's left, right, center.
Yeah, and I have a feeling he's gonna try and go for that, but there's just too many of them waiting for SK Rossi. He's gonna drop the Judge. Worms is gonna get healed up as well. Nope. The Sage missed the heal. It went onto the Omen, who was essentially at 98 HP. And that's gonna be a bit of a punch to the gut there, as Blackhawk's gonna take down Kraken. The Sage pushing in with the Judge. I think that's a nade coming in. Mad King is gonna watch the black backstab as Blackhawk's gonna find. I'll just call him Itachi at this point. The nade coming out from the Raze as Kappa's gonna do a good amount of damage. Gonna get caught out in the open, but Blackhawk comes in with the crossfire as well for his triple kill. As BD Commando, last man standing, gonna get an important kill. 1v2 doesn't close it out as Blackhawk gets the quad kill there. Beautiful stuff.
Out of charges.
It's really nice to see Blackhawk performing because as we were talking about, I think Blackhawk could end up being the X factor in either direction. Like this Blackhawk that we're seeing, obviously a huge addition to the GE roster. So it's really nice to see him sort of established to not just the team but also the community that he is someone who is to be reckoned with. Now Global Esports going 2 rounds up, but a slightly expensive round with 2 kills going down will mean SK Rossi, he's still sticking to the Judge but buys all around for the rest of his teammates. Blackhawk playing really aggressively, takes down Mooks, is returned by Itachi right here. SK Rossi pushing forward with the Judge, gets multiple. Just 4v1 round for Global, taking control of this buy round.
Yeah, BD Commander once again last man standing as Hellranger is going to go in and clean up house. Global Esports up 3-0, folks. Solid start for them, very confident, very aggressive start. And this is how we've seen them play and adapt to playing with even against top tier teams. So it's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's great to see the likes of SK Rossi and Blackhawk actually leading the charge here for Global Esports, being the 2 new members.
Yeah, and like the fact that the 2 members synergizing and integrating so well in the team means so much. Now using the boom bot to clear out B long, get that ult point for themselves. Hellranger just 1 point away from his ultimate, so if he can get a kill, basically denies any push. On the other side, the 5 Musketeers, they're looking to commit to B side with multiple members as well as a spike moving towards Mehmet and Hookah. But SK Rossi, he's just sitting there, he's waiting with the Judge, looking to execute them. Finds one, gets taken down by Kraken though. 4v4, heal comes through for Kraken, but now it's Hellranger and Kappa moving down aggressively down B long. Gonna find a kill for Kappa, make it 4v3 in the favor of Global Esports.
Yeah, it's a smart push with 2 of them covering each other's backs as Blackhawk's not able to get the spray down on the second man. Mad King finds the kill, but Skills is going to take him out, folks. And that's going to be Global Esports up 4-0.
Yeah, Global Esports just starting to... I feel like they're just starting to settle into their groove. While they've been really strong so far, they've not been the dominant Global Esports one could expect. And I expect going forward into the rounds, it's just going to get more and more dominating. But I would be very happy to be surprised by 5 Musketeers. I think the fact that they made it to the round of 61 shows that this team definitely has the potential. We'll see what they're able to do.
Definitely, it's always good to see new teams and what they're capable of. Solid spray coming down there from Hellranger. I think now would be the time for him to use his ultimate defensively. SK Rossi is going to find one, finds 2, and he's going to get the triple kill. Yes, he does. And Hellranger's ultimate comes in. He's going to find BD Commando as they're going to clean up house once again. 5-0 Global Esports.
And this is exactly what I was looking for from Global Esports. Just to sort of, we will go out of the defensive side looking like that we are the attackers. It's something that we saw a lot from them in Series 2. A lot of skills on Ascent, using Phoenix so well to play continuously aggressive. We saw that from them in Series 3 as well, when SK Rossi on Ascent kept dashing across mid, getting multiple kills. I like the fact that we're seeing this again from them, taking this match very seriously, looking to get it over with before the other team has to say. But Mad Kings, with the operator, will find the opener onto SK Rossi, booms with another, takes down Blackhawk, the lockdown, Killjoy ultimate will go down, deny half of A side, but will not deny heaven. And for that end, the smoke goes down, but Skills on the Cypher, holding it down, will find one, make it 3v4, still in the favor of 5 Musketeers.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, right now coming in from 5 Musketeers, trying to, stop that momentum. GE was building. Skills very low, but Kappa comes in with a double kill as Kraken's gonna find Skills. Now Itachi all up to him. Kappa's gonna get the third there as Global Esports once again firmly in control here. Itachi's made a bit too much noise as Kappa's gonna get the quad kill to make it 6-0 Global Esports.
Kappa is definitely enjoying his time on the rails. A player we usually get to see on agents like Brimstone, Breach, Omen even, the Sova sometimes, does not usually get to play the duelist. Now he's on the race, showcasing his capabilities with that duelist. Really nice to see that overall diversity from the team. But 6-0 for Global Esports. 5 Musketeers, they're putting up a decent fight. Like, I feel like they have the right macro idea in play. But Global Esports just flexing a little bit on them through just pure gunfight potential, getting the one taps continuously. Now 5 Musketeers holding down A side, blinds SK Rossi and Blackhawk pushing aggressively down A. Blackhawk pushing in, will get one, will take down another to support his teammate and SK Rossi, make it 5v3 for Global. Kraken takes down one, but uses the TP immediately, skills, answering back, 4v2 for Global. Kappa throws in the grenade and that's gonna do a significant amount of damage, brings out the showstopper. Kappa looking to blast them out of the side, but BD Commando ends up taking Kappa down. The showstopper not affecting the other team, but Skills and Rossi from either side just finishing up that round for Global. 7-0. Global Esports really starting to quicken the pace and looking really dominant.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen too many rounds, cross the 60-second mark at this point. And, 5 Musketeers, they're going to have to work on a strategy that is more cohesive, because I think this is the 4th round now we've seen BD Commando just be the lone survivor and, get mauled down in a 4v1 situation.
Yeah, definitely, because I feel like 5 Musketeers getting overwhelmed a little bit. As I say that, the Wombs gets to, takes down Hellranger and Skills, opens up B site entirely for his team, and you can see him with the spike moving down B. BD Commando over at A Showers with that Bulldog, takes down Kappa. 5 Musketeers 5-2 against Global Esports, looking to get this round for themselves. But SK Rossi, he has a say in it. Takes down BD Commando. 4v2, the spike is about to go down. Just SK Rossi, Blackhawk, the new members left to try and go for this retake.
Yeah, this is a golden opportunity for 5 Musketeers, and they've really punished Global Esports for being sloppy and aggressive every round. 5 Musketeers read them really well, Booms did really well, but Blackhawk here with SK Rossi really trying to make that difference. Now he's going to spot out the turret.
Get out of my way!
And I think he's gonna know where at least one, nope, 2 of them are, but SK Rossi goes in from above, gonna find one, gonna find 2. That's a triple kill coming in for SK Rossi. He's gonna find the killjoy. No, Wooms with a quad kill as 5 Musketeers are gonna get on the board, denying Global Esports a clean sweep, 7-1.
Wow, that was an amazing round from both teams. The coordination between Blackhawk and SK Rossi, the Blade Storm with the dash coming in at the exact time the drone spots out multiple members, but then Wooms, he started that round with 2 kills down B long, ends that round with 2 more kills for himself to get Musketeers on the board. We always say with teams like these, we want them to try and take a few rounds for themselves, build up their confidence, and then look to make the progress. 7-1 now, 5 Musketeers looking to perhaps continue the momentum, but Skills takes down Wooms. The revive comes down onto Wooms, but Skills will look to push that in. Hellranger, SK Rossi each getting a kill each. Makes it 5v3 in the favor of Global. Global angry they dropped a round.
Yeah, Global Esports, they've doubled down on the aggression after that round. And it seems like 5 Musketeers really weren't expecting it, as SK Rossi's going to get another triple kill. 16 kills he's sitting on in just 9 rounds. Solid performance from one of the newer members.
Yeah, an attacking team may be the 5 Musketeers, but Global Esports, the 5 Gladiators, out for blood, not giving a moment to the other team to think right here. Now, looking at the scorecard is SK Rossi, as you may expect, with 16 kills, leading the charts. Skills with the Operator now, holding down B side. The switch up in position coming, but we'll see what he's able to do. Now, Skills looking to peek aggressively with the Operator down. Mid through hooker, gets a kill onto Wooms, takes down the spy carrier, Macking though holding down this angle, takes down Blackhawk, but is returned by SK Rossi. SK Rossi playing really aggressive, gets taken down by Itachi, making it 3v3 on the map for the team. But Skills with the operator just holding down this angle will take down his third, with Hellranger just cleaning it right up.
Yeah, great hold there coming in from Skills. At the start of this round as well, gets the first and then closes it out with kills later on. And I think this could have gone very differently, had both SK Rossi and Blackhawk slightly lined up there. We could have been seeing a very different half. But you can't really rely on things like that. I think the Five Musketeers, they're waiting for Global Esports to come at them and trying to win that trade rather than taking the initiative and trying something different. They're just doing the same thing again and again. I don't see too many users of the abilities. They're just trying to get aim duels. They've got an Omen. They've got a Phoenix. And that's a lot of initiate on their side, and unlucky Hellranger there ran out of bullets, but still managed the double kill.
Yeah, even though Five Musketeers are on the attacking side, I definitely agree. I think they need to sort of take the initiative and try to get at least a few rounds back for themselves. Now, Kappa finishing off that round for Global, making it 10-1. And besides that one round, where Five Musketeers, with the help of Wooms particularly, were able to pull through, Global, they've looked dominant every single round, displaying to us exactly why they've been a top 2 team throughout the series, and in this series looking to become the champions. What's really interesting to me though is something I always thought that we would always be considering when looking at Global is the lack of Deathmaker. I feel like that hasn't happened at all with SK Rossi, and that's got to make Global as an organization and SK Rossi particularly feel good about replacing such a top player. Now, Kappa looking to push in aggressively with SK Rossi, will take down 2 as SK Rossi goes down. Kappa with his third. Kappa so explosive on this race.
Oh, I think that's going to get him the quad kill there. Beautiful stuff, and I think everyone's going to back off just a little to try and give Kappa that opportunity for his ace. PD Commando is going to find him, but Kappa's going to be quicker, as that is going to be the first ace of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Kappa coming in, rock solid. A bit lucky there with the lineup here on the Omen and the Raze, but take nothing away from him. Taking down 5 members over 4 different duels is no easy task.
Definitely, and he ends the entire thing with a bang, throwing the grenade for some extra fireworks display onto the dead body. Kappa, we don't get to see him as much on the duel list, but he's telling us, guys, don't forget me, I'm still here. I usually set up the plays, but I've got the chance to make the plays, and making them, he definitely is. 14 kills on Kappa, 11-1 for Global. Wooms, as we expect, he's leading the charge for Five Musketeers. But Five Musketeers, they need to, I feel like after this, rally the spirit in their friendship as Musketeers and come back with Series 4 having learned something from this match.
Absolutely. This is a difficult situation for any team to be in, regardless of what tier they're on. SK Rossi just about gets away there from Mad King and his boom bot. And Five Musketeers, they've literally got no margin for error here. It is 11-1. Wooms is going to find SK Rossi, as Itachi is going to find Hellranger as well. As it looks like Five Musketeers are down, but not quite out. Putting up a bit of a stand here. They have just the one person, unfortunately, holding B side right now, and that is Itachi all alone, as they're going to look to retake after giving up the site and the plant. Oh, Itachi not able to land the shots. Does get, I think, a couple of body shots at least. Now he's going to run into the Cypher, who's going to be quicker. Not him, as Kappa's going to find BD Commando. Skills is going to look out, takes out the Omen, the Sage on a sliver of HP, and Global Esports are going to get the match point in what looked like an easy round for the side of Five Musketeers to potentially close out.
Yeah, Five Musketeers, I feel like they're showing glimpses of being a really good team, and the fact that they've reached so far in the way they're able to get small advantages towards the start. But Global Esports, the more consistent team, able to ring out the entire round, get like small trades in their favor, and just win it by default. Now 12-1 on their match point. Global will see what strategy they adopt, because last time they were spread out across multiple sites and then they chose to rotate from A to B. This time it looks like they're just going to heavy commit to B site, and for the side of Five Musketeers, you see rotations coming out towards the same. That Tonga line of sorts with 4 members following skills on this Cypher as he looks to set up the plays. 5 members walking down B long, being very quiet, if I may mention, right, is Global Esports, not giving away any information. But that will end up in a death as Mad King takes down skills. A return kill does go down for Global, so it's 4v4, and Global will now look to push into side B. The rotations have come through though, so we'll have to see if Five Musketeers can fight.
Itachi and his team have both had the Ares, if I'm not mistaken, and that's not gonna do you too much good unless they're all headshots. With solid performance from Global Esports, SK Rossi with a triple there, as down to the last man, BD Commando once again. I think this has been one of the biggest flaws here for Five Musketeers. They haven't rotated fast enough. They haven't backed each other up with trades and holds and crossfires. And that's going to be their biggest learning and takeaway from this match, as they will, look to regroup and come back for TC Challengers Series 4. Global Esports, though, folks, 13-1. They're going to make their way to the round of 32 in their quest to claim the crown that VLT has left behind. Quick reminder for those of you interested, Series 4 registrations will start soon. But back to this match for now. SK Rossi with a 22 kill, 446 ACS. But I think my favorite play was definitely it was Kappa with the ace coming in on that defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, we expect and get to see a lot of a player like SK Rossi just popping off. But when someone like Kappa, who's usually on the breaches and just sort of the initiators and the controllers, gets to play Raze, gets to show his caliber, it's a refreshing sight to watch. But he was certainly explosive and amazing player overall in this 13-1 victory for Global Esports. We'll take a chance to look through the entire match with the Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Notebook 3, powered by AMD Ryzen Series 400 processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, Cap, I want to talk to you about the difference in this match and the difference we saw Team Tamilas play. Global, to me, they look so much more refined as a unit, because when they choose to play a certain way in a round, every single member seems to be doing that. For example, the very last round we saw all of them moving so quietly, uncharacteristic of them from the entire match, but choosing to stick to that strategy. For me, that shows the presence of a really strong in-game leader. I believe that is Hellranger, and it's really nice to watch that come out from them.
Yeah, and I think Global Esports, more than strategies, while of course there was a bit of coherence in their approach every round, a lot of it was actually just down to individual skill coming in from the likes of Hellranger, Kappa, and skills, right? So, solid performance from them. I think Blackhawk also, did extremely well on the defensive side. But then again, let's not forget that this is a team where there is a massive skill gap between the two, right? So we shouldn't read too much into how the team performed and how they're going to do moving forward. But that being said, individually, their use of their agents, their aim duels, their rotations, they were pretty good. And I think Global has adjusted well to their new roster, and it's something, losing Hellfighter, on the 11th hour before the tournament, in their trade with VLT, is not going to hurt them as much as most people thought it would.
Yeah, I mean, we expect a captain to sort of set the example for the entire team, and it feels like Global is that kind of team, because as you mentioned, that loss not really affecting them. But on the other side, Five Musketeers, I have to say, they made it this far, and in the round that they did win, and in a few more rounds, they displayed small moments of understanding exactly what they were meant to do. In the other rounds, though, they got a bit overwhelmed, and that's completely understandable for a new team in a competitive setting. I would encourage them, as you mentioned, registrations coming out soon. I would encourage them to look for those, make sure they come back, and try to get as much experience as possible and get better over the multiple series that we do have. Global Esports, though, looking to crown themselves the champion. They're going to be a sight to watch. We saw a lot of major teams today in Exceeli, Team Tamilas, and Global. All of them looked extremely dominant, so the action feels like it's just starting to ramp up.
Yeah, and as we get further into the tournament, it's only going to get better and better. You're going to start seeing more and more matches, more of the top teams playing, facing each other. And I think in one more round, from the round of 16, we move into the double elimination playoffs as well. So, you're going to see a lot of different strategies, because that's when they've really qualified for, competing for that prize pool. And, that's where we're going to start seeing a little less mindless aggression, a bit more tactful play coming out from some of these top teams. And I think, that's what I'm truly looking forward to. Tomorrow, folks, we're going to be on with the round of 32. So one step closer to all the action here in the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD Ryzen, with Act FiberNet as our FiberNet partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. It's been a fantastic day of Valorant, folks. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. Some solid individual plays, some great team pushes coming out from some of the tournament favorites you guys saw today, and hopefully we get more of the same for the rest of the week. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Sia, for taking us through all these matches. We'll be back right here tomorrow, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and wait for some more awesome Valorant.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars. We can sleep under the stars. Under the stars. Baby, while we're I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.